Hey, it's Matt Sloan again, talking to you about the process of my drawing. So, I had this teacher for a creative writing class in college, and she showed me how there was this author I liked that was really a science fiction-y kind of fantastical author. Almost like, Edgar Allan Poe writes these things that don't seem real, and there's this extra set of rules in his world. And I tried to apply the thinking I understood from this author, which was that in order to make that world real, they had to bring in a sense of realism from our world. And that might be the emotions of characters, or it might be the scene that, we get a sense of realism around certain objects that we can still relate to, even if this is a world in the future. So that's what I try to do in my drawings. I try to keep a blend between the real and the fantastic, if you will. And in order to do that, I noticed that it works best for me to start my drawings with something that is real, that I'm actually copying from either a photo or something directly in front of my eyes, and then let the drawing evolve from there into something that comes more from my imagination. So, an example of this morning I was just working on a drawing, and I had a scene in mind, and I wanted to get some realism to the character, which usually I use myself as a model. So I've been using, I have this photo that I used, and you can see basically for me it's just about this part. I'm not trying to get, this is my living room. I'm not trying to draw my living room. I'm just trying to draw myself as accurately as I can. And what it's showing up as is this right now. And you can see I had the curtains in the background as well. So it really was just about that realism. What happens now in this drawing is going to come directly from my head. And I have to tell you, when I see a drawing at this stage, I wince because I have a high standard for myself. And what I'm going for, what's in my mind, and what I want to get on the paper, this is good, but I tend to be really hard on myself and on my drawings in the process. And in the process, I'll show you another version of this later when I've actually shaded it. It's going to look so much better shaded that I tend to kind of fall in love with the drawing when it's done. But beforehand, I'm like, I don't know. It's only just a copy of a photograph for me at this stage. Um, but yeah, that's how I try to blend that fantastic and realism, and I think that's really important for any of my audience, any reader that picks up one of my books and sees whatever they're going to see in it. I want them to be able to connect a certain part of the experience to their everyday life. And for me, that means giving some sense of realism before I go into the fantastical. I hope this is useful for you. I'll see you next time.